Education is equal to literacy plus numeracy. Literacy is how to read and write. Numeracy is one's ability to understand and work with numbers. And working with numbers is all about mathematics. Numbers has no end. Numbers ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity. By that definition, it simply means that when we relate numbers to financial things, it shows that no one can get to the end of money. Money, nobody can get to the end. Even the richest man on earth can never get to the end of money because money has no end. And what that one teaches us is to be contented with what we have. Just like land can never come. Land can never, you can never get to the end of land. When you dig and dig and dig, you'll be tired and stop to whatever you want to do. Even those who construct, they construct and get to a point and stop. So, money has no end. In mathematics, we need to understand how to use numbers so that you'll be able to maneuver and then run through how to do small arithmetic, fraction, decimals, quantitative analysis here and there. So without mathematics, there's a problem. What I discover about some students when it comes to mathematics, whether at junior level or at secondary level or at the university level, or let me say tertiary institution, is that most students at that lower level, they do not pay attention seriously when lectures is going on. When lecture is going on, they are always in a hurry to write. When it comes to mathematics, the problem is not writing or photocopying. The problem is understanding what the tutor or lecturer is doing on the board. And by understanding that, you'll be able to apply whatsoever the person is doing to your advantage. And when you don't understand, you ask questions. Most students feel shy asking questions in the class. And that is why somebody like us, based on that, always organize one-on-one online coaching for students who are interested to understand some of these aspects of mathematics. On that note, I welcome everybody to my page. My name is Author Vincent Nwankpa, aka Author Saint Vin. I am a mathematical statistician. I lecture mathematics related courses. I lecture statistics. I lecture accounting and accounting related courses. And I equally lecture finance. Let's look at this subject one after the other. When it comes to mathematics, you need to pay serious attention. Every human being on earth can understand mathematics. All it needs is special attention. You need to pay serious attention to the subject to be able to understand some of these topics in 8 indices, standard form, sword, and some other topics like that. Trying to follow the rules and things will be a little bit easier. One of my books in mathematics is titled Teach Yourself Mathematics for SS1 to tertiary institution. My second textbook on mathematics is titled Teach Yourself Junior Maths. That was written last year for students in junior secondary, GSS 1, GSS 2, GSS 3, and their BACE exams. This is strictly recommended for junior secondary school from GSS 1 to GSS 3. It is clearly simplified. My book is known to be self-study approach. A book you hold and you go through and you find it easy to understand. A trial will convince you. A trial will surely convince you. The top textbook I have on mathematics is titled Teach Yourself Advanced Mathematics. What at a secondary school level they call further mathematics, but I call it Teach Yourself Advanced Maths. It's for SS1 student to tertiary institution student. If you're an SS1 and you're doing further maths, you'll find it interesting. SS2, SS3, you'll find it interesting. You are doing JAM, you'll find the Teach Yourself Advanced Mathematics interesting. Even at a higher institution, undergraduate, you also find it very, good to go through. As you go through, you will find it easy to understand. It's not that difficult. The explanation I gave in the textbook is such that you will find it interesting. Get copies of this, my books on mathematics. In the comment section, I will also show you how the book looks like so that you can get copies and start practicing for your forthcoming examination. Another subject I also lecture, which is called accounting. It could be financial accounting, it could be cost accounting, it could be performance management, whichever one. But let's look at financial accounting. When you talk about financial accounting, the basic rule you need to consider is called a double entry principle. And that double entry principle is a basic rule given to us by a man that is not an accountant, but is a mathematician and a business person in the 15th century. The man is recognized or known to be Luca Pacioli. He lived in the 15th century and he was able to propound this theorem, which says double entry principle. That for every debit entry, there must be a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. What that one simply means in accounting is that every transaction, every piece of business must be recorded twice on debits and credit, or credit and debit. It cannot be debit. It can never be credit. When you understand this basic law, it will help you to repair most of the topics in financial accounting, be it cash book, posting to ledger, extracting trial balance, subsidiary books, final statement, or what we call income statement. At a secondary school level, it's called final account, which is the trading profit and loss account up to balance sheet till date. If it is at a higher institution, we say it's income statement, or sometimes we say it's a statement of profit or loss account, or we say it's a statement of financial position, which is also known as balance sheet. So my book to that point is called, or is titled, Guides to Principles of Accounts. Guides to Principles of Account is made up of 468 pages. It's both objective and theory. And this book, which happens to be my first book in the market, written since 1992, and now we're in the third edition. More copies will be available very soon. When you need copies of this and you find it interesting, those who are older, that have been my former student, will remember this book, and it's still available for the younger ones to also see what their older ones saw in this book. It's titled Guides to Principles of Accounts. Moving to what we call finance. When you talk about finance, in a simple definition, finance is a study of how to raise funds for productive use. Finance is a study of how to raise funds for productive use. Anytime you talk about finance, There are so many topics in it. But one of the basic topics that any undergraduate student or postgraduate student, whether the MBA or MSc student will talk about, is what we call mathematics of finance, or what we call mathematical finance. In a simple language, that is a quantitative analysis of finance. Your knowledge of mathematics is required in this. Your knowledge of statistics is required in this time. When you talk about mathematics of finance, our knowledge of simple interest, compound interest will come to play. When you talk about simple interest, we are talking about where interest is calculated only on the principal. Simple interest is a principal time rate all over 100, or you may not put over 100 because the rate there is always in percentage. And when you talk about compound interest, the difference here is that simple interest is calculated only on the principal, while compound interest is calculated both on the principal and the interest. It is that compound interest that, advance to what we call future value of money. When you want to calculate future value of money, is always equal to the present value of money multiplied by the compounding factor, which is always bracket open 1 plus r bracket close all raised to power n. So that bracket 1 whole number plus r all raised to the power of n is the compounding factor. So future value of money, you can only find future value of money when you know the present value of money. Future value of money is money you are going to get in future, not today. But present value of money is money meant for today, that is available today. So the present value of money, when it is compounded, will get the future value of money. Changing subject of formula, when you discount the future value of money, you get present value of money. Discounting future value of money means future value of money will be the numerator, and the denominator will be divided by 1 plus r all raised to the power of n. By doing so to future value of money, you have reduced the value to come to the present. In that formula, future value of money equal to present value of money, bracket open 1 plus r all raised to the power of n. Our r there is the rate, and that r, some may use I, which is interest, some may use k, which is also the same thing as rate. Just to conclude my analysis of finance, I said in finance there's what we call time value of money. And that time value of money simply means that money has value with relationship with time. The money today has more value compared to the money we will collect in future. And that time value of money is a result of inflation and so many other factors that will make that money you will get in future not be as valuable as the one you have now. For instance, money in 1980 and the one now is not the same. The one in 1980 would have been better compared to the one now, based on the economy indices we have in this part of the world. Anytime you talk about finance, that mathematics of finance, you talk about that future value of money, talk about the present value of money, talk about how to calculate the rate, talk about how to calculate number of years. You also talk about how to find present value of money. In that mathematics of finance, we also have what we call annuity. Annuity is different from the future value of money and present value of money. That annuity simply means, when you receive money regularly, it's not a lump sum. The one you receive regularly, pension funds, those are annuity. And that one you talk about loan amortization, you talk about sinking fund. That's all you do in mathematics of finance. And I have a textbook as well on that finance. It's called Teach Yourself Corporate Finance. more copies of the book will be available, and it will also be very easy to understand. On that note, I want to say clearly, go and get copies of my book. Leave your comment on the comment channel there. If there's any question you have, leave it in the comment section below. I will answer every question of yours. Copies of the book are available. 1. Teach Yourself Mathematics, written since 1999. It's 490 pages and is recommended for SS1 to tertiary institution. Number 2, Teach Yourself Junior Mathematics for the junior student. It's just a year plus in the market and it has been doing well. The book is doing well in the market. It's for GSS1, GSS2, GSS3 and the BEC examination. 3. Teach Yourself Advanced Mathematics, all written by me. Teach Yourself Advanced Mathematics, the further maths for SS1, SS2, SS3, and those in the tertiary institution, at least undergraduate and so on, they will find it relevant. The other book is called it's called Guides to Principles of Accounts. That's the one for accounting students. Then this one is Teach Yourself Corporate Finance. I also give out lectures, private online class for interested students. You can schedule one-on-one online coaching via Zoom, where you meet the author one-on-one. We use our wealth of experience of over 3 decades, which is a solid experience, to explain every topic in mathematics, mathematical related subject, statistics, accounting related subject, and finance, whichever part of the topic you want, whether performance management, cost accounting, or just call me on my number. You can call or you WhatsApp on my number 080 333 51748 or 0811 51 41 405. I take it again. You can call or WhatsApp the author on 080 333 51 748 or 0811 51 41 405. You will be glad you take this opportunity and meet the author one-on-one and tap from his wealth of knowledge. And when you do this, your life will never remain the same. God bless you. Until we see again in this channel or page, remain blessed.